On fire, we'll do it. Okay, good evening, everybody. From Costa Rica, it is very close to 7 o'clock in the evening. And obviously, I have my associate, Mr. Paul Miller. And folks, we just want to continue to elaborate on basically what is going on. Paul and I do not want to get into I don't know, pissing match. We don't want to exchange words back and forth. I said, you said, look at this. And I know, I want to call myself to the table. I know that I put in a video below Andy that I was going to expose the Jan crime family. And I said it in the video back. I just might do that. I don't know yet. I'm debating. I'm not trying to use it as a bomb. I'm just deciding whether or not I just really want to go there. Because I did give Andy my word that I would stay, religious in the fact that when we parted our ways, we're going to part our ways as gentlemen. A lot of people don't understand, and if we need to, we'll provide proof, Paul and I, that Paul posted the video out there for people to see, because we feel like after being attacked by Andy in a room of approximately 800, that we need to at least clarify some things, that it ain't like that. Paul, if you want to elaborate a little bit, please.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered it in a couple of the videos, and I have no desire to attack Andy. We did get falsely accused a couple times of being, poaching and so forth. And I think we've clarified that. Me personally, I'm ready to move on. But there are things that we need to talk about, and we need to get out there to let people know that there's an alternative. You don't have to always get, when you get rug pulled, to have the bottom pull out from under you. There are ways of getting around that where you don't feel that pain so much. And one of the ways is the King and the Queen program, the King and the Queen program that we talk about in wealth building streams. And it's something it's a good program. And whether we elaborate on that or not on this video is irrelevant. But, like Michael mentioned, there is what we consider a crime family out there. And whether we talk about that in this video or not, I don't know. Well, we just kind of we're going off the cuff. We don't plan anything ahead of time. We just simply sit down. Like I mentioned in the last video, we just sit down, like sitting around the table with a cup of coffee, and we talk and we share ideas. And Michael and I have a lot of very similar ideas. That's why we're together like we are in the group that we're in. So back to you, Michael.
I think that Paul and I just want to send a message out there to anybody that really is just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Right? I mean, I know that I was very harsh in the last video, but how else do you get the point across? I don't know what part of the world people are from, and I'm sure that some people take like serious offense against me because of my alpha attitude. But hey, listen, if you're in this space of the crypto world, and you think you're going to come in here, with the Snow White attitude, you're going to get hammered. You better have thick skin. You better be able to just absolutely be able to focus. And what's happening is we're finding out that a lot of people are being led in a direction that they have no idea where they're going. That's what Paul and I are trying to draw out here. Now, a lot of people are going to say things against us because what Paul and I have learned in the last several months is that when people get confronted with the fact that they have no idea what's going on, they get pissed, they get defensive, and they attack us. And let me tell you, that's exactly what's happening to Andy. That's what happened to Jan. Let's make sure we separate two things here, okay? When you make an investment in a multi-level marketing company, or however you want to assess this, they're going to hype up a lot of things for you. Okay. Again, this is not against Andy. This is not against Walter. This is not against Brenda. This is not against Luciano. This is not against Marcos. This is not against Jan. It's just telling straight up dope. All right. Go back and look at the videos if you've ever been able to save a few of them. A lot of people just let them go. And then they said, oh, I wished I would have saved them. But look at those videos. There's some of them still out there. Okay. And look at what you're being told. And look at what you bought into. Okay. Instead of calming down and focusing on what's really going on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right or wrong, Mr. Paul?
No, you're right on. You're right on target.
Okay. So all of a sudden you're in this multi-level marketing. You're being told you'll be given $500 if you bring the most visitors. You're being told all kinds of things. And if you look at the original video that started all this in defense of Paul and I, because we wanted to get out there to the public and let people realize that we weren't poaching. People were coming to us and asking us to help them. And we told them, and Veqber is not the only platform that we do business with. But Veqber came up because obviously Andy wants to take ownership of this territory, if you really look at it. Okay. And, you know, look, here's the deal. Okay. Nobody owns anybody here, people. Nobody.
That's right.
Find out that if you like a platform after hearing it from somebody, you can look up that platform in Google or wherever it is, and you can join that platform. And if it rejects you, you can log into where the people have their helpline and say, look, I don't want to sponsor it. I'm telling you with my own words, not like I think it can happen. I don't want to sponsor. Okay, hold on one second. About 2 minutes later, boom, they give me this number, 226-8354. I put it in there, boom, I now have an account. And I asked them, what about an affiliate program? Oh, yeah. Who do I speak to? You speak to this person. Oh, here's his messenger account. I have no reason to lie to anybody in this room right now or anybody that may be listening. There it is. It's that easy. Then you go in and read the rules. No stacking, no duplicate accounts, blah, blah, blah. You read the rules. And if you break those rules, you're going to pay for that. Okay? That's it. But I can assure you that if a woman comes to me or a man comes to me or comes to Paul and says, hey, I want to learn from your group, and we say this is one of the platforms we like, and they say, hey, you know, I have an account with someone underneath that platform. Okay, fine, keep that account. We just want you to sign one underneath us, invest in this account, and we're going to help you. The truth of the matter is they make one initial investment, and we're not going to disclose it at this moment. And it ain't a lot of money. And then from there, they roll, and they make those initial investments in the other platforms as well. It's not Andy tried to make it seem like it was only Veqber. No, it's 5 or 6 or 8 other platforms, depending if they rug pull or not. Right, Paul?
Yeah, exactly. It's not about just one program, for sure. And again, what differentiates us from what you see out there so many times, and you know, one person building up a group and hyping up a certain platform. Ask yourself this question: if you're only investing in one platform, and we all know that have been around in this industry for the last year or so. In fact, in the last year, I think there was at least 8 to 10 rug pulls that I can think of right now.
Yes, sir.
And what's to make you think that if you put all your money into one program, into one platform, that they're not going to rug pull? And now you've got thousands of dollars invested in. I can't tell you how many emails and private messages that Michael and I have received from people coming to us. We didn't approach them. We didn't go into other groups and looking for people. They came to us. How did they come to us? A lot of that came from the first video that we posted that was with Andy and Walter and Michael and myself. Or word just got out and people realized that, hey, there is an alternative. And what we advocate and what we educate our people with, or the people, I shouldn't say our people in our group, is that there is a better way. You don't
Mhm.
just invest in one program. We recommend 5 programs. Why? Because if one of them rug pulls, you've got 4 others to lean on and to keep on going. And Michael and I are constantly vetting platforms, working on platforms, checking them out. And again, like Michael said, I can't strongly reiterate it stronger. You don't have to have a sponsor to get into any platform. You can go directly to the company and get signed up under them without having a sponsor. And if you come to us, obviously there is some qualifications that you have to meet. We do request a Zoom meeting with everybody. We want to know where you're coming from, why you're wanting to join us, and then we ask the question, how can we help you? And that's what we're here for. We're not here to control anybody. We're just simply here to bring an alternative. And by doing that, obviously we've threatened some people. And it's been pretty obvious, hasn't it, Michael?
Yes, sir.
That we've uh, been a threat to people. And that was not my
We're
intention.
banned.
That was never my intention when this group was started back in July or whenever it was. Our intention was to provide a safe haven for people that want to come and build their investments, build their portfolio on their own with some guidance, without having to recruit somebody, or without having to go through all of that. I mean,
Look, I'll say this again, Mr. Paul Miller. I
Mhm.
want Andy, I challenge Andy on this video again to make an agreement with you to open up
Mhm.
together one Telegram account where you and Andy can post your surveys.
Mhm.
Like, how many people would like to be able to make their own decisions on where they could go? How many people really believe in multi-level marketing? I mean, of course, we would have ours, they would have theirs, but I would
Mhm.
never object. He can even put in there, do you think Mike Sulo is a scam artist? I swear to God, I wouldn't care. Put it in there. I don't care. Maybe 20% would say yes and 80% would say no. But at the end of that whole thing, Andy's going to know what the public wants.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Andy can talk all the bullshit he wants. And I don't say this against Andy. I want everybody to understand something right now. I'm upset with Andy because of how he's handling himself. A lot that has to do with Paul more than me. Because there's a lot of things you all don't know, how he attacks Paul in the last couple of days or in the last week or two over the fact that Paul printed the video. We're not going to go into that because we don't want to go into baby shit. But
That's right.
the bottom line is, I would love to know what the people think. So you know what? Let's put up a poll.
I'm
Because
more
it
than
really
willing.
doesn't me and Paul can sit here and do this video right now. Blah, blah, blah. I feel one way, Paul feels another way. But if you put the poll out there, the people will respond, especially if it's anonymous and they don't have to be seen. And then Andy will get the true facts of what's really going on. And I'll tell you what, I'll apologize publicly to everybody on YouTube if Paul and I don't come out the winners. I know we will.
Same here.
People want their freedom. Who the
Yeah.
hell wants to be controlled? There ain't a person in the world that wants to be controlled. I don't want, Paul doesn't want, nobody wants that shit. So when you belong to all of these Zoom meetings and you're getting pounded and hammered on, you're tired, you come home from work, you got kids to take care of. And I'm not saying this against Brenda. I'm not saying this against Andy, but I'm saying it that these people, and they know, come on, everybody's put major pressure on everybody making these Zoom meetings and baiting the people $500 for the most Zoom meetings, or the people with the people at the most Zoom meetings. Come on, people, wake up. Who are you going to take care of? Are you going to take care of yourself, or are you going to try and take care of people behind you when you ain't got nothing to offer those people behind you, other than the fact that they deposit into their accounts to give you a commission? Let me say that again. You get people that deposit into their accounts, which gives you commissions. Now you're rolling along. Here come more Zoom meetings. They pull the rug. Now, what do you say to all those people behind you? Tell me. So when Andy and Walter attacked Paul and about poaching with the rhino and the scope and and everything just set up right there at the heart. Who's really putting a bullet in whose heart? Is it Paul and I because we want to teach you how to survive on your own? And that's the reason why they're attacking us? Because that's what we promote. I don't know what y'all have been hearing. I don't really care. But every time he puts that in his room, trying to put us down one more notch, it actually gets more people to talk to us, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah. You know,
Okay?
and see the bottom line is, you know, we talk about controlling people and bringing people in. We just want people, when something is shared, to apply some critical thinking and think for themselves. Let's not be sheeple. Let's not be somebody, a lemming, or somebody that just follows along because that's the right thing to do. You know, take what we're saying here in this video and apply critical thinking. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, great. It doesn't really matter. But the bottom line is, you know, I'm just so tired of seeing people being led to slaughter because they're either afraid of reaching out, or they don't know how to reach out, or they don't know how to apply critical thinking to whatever is being taught. You know, and that's something in our group when we do Zoom meetings on Thursday evening. Whatever we share, we always advocate, take this, digest it, see if it applies to you, you know, apply some critical thinking to it. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's up to you. It really is. It's up to you.
Okay, look, crime boss Jan Gregory led his whole entourage a certain way. And he had his under people. He had his goonies. I'm not going to name those goonies. Everybody knows those goonies, okay? Like I said, I'm not here to start splashing people. I'm not. But Jan Gregory was the head of the crime family. He was the godfather of the crime family. And he had all his goonies underneath him. When that thing went in the shitter, there's certain goonies that tried to carry on. And then those went in the shitter. Let's just say Veqber's one. Let's just say CloudFi's another. And then let's just say that a certain individual continued on in the same format. And I challenge anybody on this video, including that person that knows exactly what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to trash them. I'm just saying what is the real deal. That person went on to lead that same exact format. And how did that work out?
It's almost like, you know, maybe I shouldn't even make this comparison, but it's almost like socialism and communism. Well, it didn't work one time, so we're just going to try it again and make it just a little bit better because I think this time it'll work. When we all know it's not going to work.
That's correct.
It's really not going to work.
That person bragged about making $500,000 in 10 weeks. Did they not? Did they not, sir? How many times did Jan Gregory brag about all the millions of dollars? And these people stood there and watched him showboat in every single one of his videos around, surrounding himself around Asian women, partying with people, doing this, doing that, showboating, showing all the shows about all the money. What's his famous saying? And making the bacon. Let me ask everybody a question that was in the administration or under the administration of Jan Gregory. How many of you people made money? You better be careful. Don't you come at me with a lie, because I know whether you did or you're not. I'm not an idiot. If you don't think I studied, okay? The upper administration, let me help you out a little bit. Jan Gregory, mob boss. Marcos Calab, underboss. Andy Galloway, underboss. There was another gentleman, a black man, Don, underboss. Puppet, Walter. All those people made money. And then along came Luciano. Okay? Those people made money in that organization. Okay? Now, let me tell you something. What's the name of that lady that you said has a huge organization? Susie, what's her name?
Sally, I can't remember her last name. Sally something, I'm sorry.
Okay, Sally. She was bitching and complaining, so obviously she didn't make any money. And neither did the quote unquote 30,000 people. I can't show you proof of that because obviously Andy has control of that group. But that woman was lit up on fire. You know why? Because her whole organization crashed under the direction of Andy. And if Andy says, oh, Mike Sewell's a liar. Okay, Andy. And don't you dare use the example, well, she's back under me again. That's because everybody comes back for a second round. The people follow all this nonsense are no different than when I was in the gambling business. And I used to take 100 bets from the people, hundreds of bets, all from the people around the world. What difference is it what you people following Jan Gregory and Andy? Tell me. I dare anybody to tell me. You want to cuss me? I don't give a shit. I'm a New Yorker. You better bring it real early and really thick if you want to make me insulted. Bring your insults. Look yourself in the mirror and be man and woman enough to know that you're following a dead situation. You want to keep doing that? Do that. That's Mike Sewell's opinion, and I'm entitled to that, and you're entitled to yours. But let me tell you, how's that working out for you since December of 2023, ladies and gentlemen? Following all that nastiness. How's it working out for you? It's not. So if you ain't got the man up or the woman up to try to change what it really is, it's no big deal, Paul and I. We're going to keep rolling in the way we're rolling. And we're going to keep telling you right here on this video, just like we told Andy, we want to continue rolling the way we roll.
Absolutely.
And we're going to leave you alone. We haven't attacked you. We just exposed you. There's a big difference. Don't you dare those two up. We're not attacking you like you attacked us. Okay? Saying that we promote lies to our group. Anytime, Mr. Andy, you want to open up your Zoom meetings to your group and our group, juntas, together, we would be honored, and so would our group members. Our group members would be honored to sit in a sit-around with you and your group, open questions. You better be very careful. I don't think you want that, sir, because our group's going to tell your group things that are going to make lots of problems for you, sir.
That's right. Because they've been there, done that, and wore the t-shirt. Yep.
Is it not true, Mr. Paul Miller?
No truer words have been spoken. Absolutely. Very true.
So let's get back to the point here. What do you want to do, people? Do you want to improve your lives? I mean, it's none of my business whether you improve your life or not. Do you want to improve your circumstances in this circle of wagering? Don't you dare call it investing, because what you're doing is wagering. Can you trust anybody that we do business with? I dare you to tell me, oh, my friend's grandmother's aunt's uncle knows the owner of this site. Really? And would you put your life on it? Really? No site is to ever be trusted, ladies and gentlemen, ever. No site is to ever be given 50-50, ever. How about checkmate? So if you don't belong to the Paul Miller group, you probably don't know what that means. Okay? Checkmate. Every single time you get the chance, get your money out. Mechanics and mathematics. That is what rules the game. Anything else, bullshit. Okay? So if you want to continue following people that are going to tell you, come to the meeting, I'll give you $500 if you have the most people you bring to the meeting. Why don't you people look at what that really means? What does it really mean, folks?
Where do you think the $500 comes from?
But what does it really mean? When that rug pulls, that same person that gave you $500 and you go to them, what are they going to tell you?
Hey, wasn't my fault.
Are anybody in the multi-level marketing in educating you on how to prepare yourself to go to combat? No, because combat doesn't work in the multi-level marketing business. Combat means that you defend yourself. Combat means that you get your money out and take care of yourself. Combat means that you organize yourself and you don't worry about your upline or about Brenda or about Andy or about anybody else. And I'm not saying that disrespectfully to either one of those people. But who comes first? You? If you put 20 grand into Veqber, do you think anybody gives a shit? You give a shit because it's your money. And anytime you think different than that, why don't you just hit the delete button on this call right now? Because you don't get this conversation. And your sponsor, they love you. They love you because you just put 20 G's in or 5 G's. They are in love with you. And now they're so in love with you that they're going to fucking bug you every day to get more people to come in. Okay? In the reverse, I would never ask you to put 20 grand in Veqber. I would ask you to put a minimal and build your way and get your money out. If you would have followed my program in Veqber, you'd have never lost your money, folks. If you'd have followed my program in CMB, you'd have never lost your money. Now, you'd have got nailed in CloudFi for sure. You'd have gotten, you would have not got nailed in Vortec. Huh? There we go. I would have never let you put your money in Minet or Mainnet or MaxSpread. So what would have you actually lost in the group with us? Tell me. Now, have we lost some money in our group? We lost money in our group, but our people are still ahead. In all these trying times, everybody that's joined our group right now is still ahead. And you're not. What do you want to do? If you're not willing to invest in yourself, don't even send an email to us. And we're not being rude. If you're not willing to invest in yourself and you're not serious, if you're going to come to us and cry to us how you got your ass kicked, we're going to listen, of course. But if you don't have anything to put up to the plate to move forward with, like little cheese money, don't bother contacting us. Stay with all those other people for the little cheese money. And I don't care if people go, well, who's this guy think he is? I don't think I'm anybody. But if you're going to come in with $50, you're not going to help yourself or help anybody else. So let's not joke around here. But if you want to make money in this business and you can put up some money, you're going to make money here.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what's the biggest, deadliest problem. When all you people invest in all of these platforms, thinking you can put $100 or $2 and build your way up to $40,000, how's that been working out for you in the last year? It's not. So that's not the solution. So if you want to keep listening to all these people tell you that that's the solution, go ahead with it. If you say I have an aggressive attitude, I'm a New Yorker. Of course I have an aggressive attitude because I'm done with the bullshit of people coming to me, oh what? You wanted to follow these people down the same path. And Paul and I met each other on that path, by the way, folks. When we used to try to tell you in the group, what do they call it? Something heritage, whatever it is, CMB heritage, where Andy was holding on to CMB. For what reason? You really all think after they stole all our money that they were getting little heartbeats from these people and they're coming back? And you all believe that crap? Really? And when I tried to say that in the room, Andy deleted my post immediately and threatened me. Don't do that, Michael. I like you. Don't do that. If you do that again, you're out. Why? It's freedom of speech.
Evidently not. Just saying.
And Paul and I met in that group, and we both agreed that we know this is ridiculous. People are being taken advantage of. I mean, excuse me for my aggressive attitude, but here's really the bottom line, folks. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you realize that you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're wanting better results for the same thing that you're doing over and over again, then I suggest you reach out. If you're not, don't reach out. It doesn't make a difference to Paul or I. But we would sure love to help good people If you're a whine ass, and you have an attitude, you won't last long in the group.
No.
And there is an interview process, and there's a cost to belong to this group.
Mhm.
So if you don't have either of those, don't apply.
No.
Don't even reach out to us.
Mhm.
Because we're not here looking for business, folks. But we're
No.
here to just explain to you, before you apply, understand that this is not for free.
No.
This is a serious room with a good community of people that's actually really climbing. And a
Mhm.
lot of people don't know about it because nobody advertises. We don't care. We're not looking for attention like Andy or any of the other people are looking for attention.
We're not looking
Okay?
to build a large organization. We don't want that. That's the opposite of what we're looking for.
Exactly. And I'm sorry that I seem so, I'm not sorry actually, but that I seem so front is because we don't want problems, people. If you're very serious, if you're a very serious person, contact us. If you're sincere in your heart and you really want a good group to belong to, that's gonna show you some really nice ways to move along where the right group you're looking for. If you're a whine ass and a complainer and you have an attitude problem, stay over there with those guys.
Yeah.
They like that.
Yep.
If you want to be independent and learn how to get along on your own, we're the right group.
Mhm.
We're the right group.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? If you want to reach out to us, our email address is below. Our Telegram channel is below. Reach out to us, and we're willing to help you. But again, remember, it's not free to join this group, and we there is an interview process before you're admitted to this group. Why? Because we bring quality and to help people build their lives. So
Yeah, this
I
group
have
is not
nothing.
only about, it's not only about the King and Queen program.
No.
In 2024, this group is going to be explosive. There's going to be some really good people coming and guest speaking in this group that will help educate everybody how to take care of themselves offshore, how to live on their cryptocurrency and transfer their currencies that they currently do business with at this moment. I mean, there's phenomenal education in this room. Phenomenal. Okay?
Yep.
That is not offered anywhere. And I'm going to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to harp on this. We did a meeting with Andy and we posted that meeting. Andy knew damn good and well that was happening. So he can claim anything he wants now. And look at after the fact of what's happened. Have we launched an attack on him? We have not. He launched an attack on us against Paul first. And Paul just blew him off. Now he's launching that video. Think about it for one moment, people. We met with him 2 weeks ago, and now he's putting that video out against us. And we never put that video out against him. We named that video, and then we put it out there. Okay? And so it explained everything. But look at the very first explanation in his room that he gave about that video. And then look at the video, and I want you to tell us whether he was telling the truth. So how do you expect us to feel? We're not gonna trash Andy. Paul and I already agreed. This is not worth our time. But what's worth our time is telling the truth. We're not gonna get nasty and get rude. Andy, I wish you the best, dude. But the way you're going about this, good luck. You're messing around with two good old boys. Ain't gonna put up with your bullshit, dude.
That's right. That's right.
We ain't gonna put up with your bullshit. And we'll be happy to respond. And we ain't gonna respond like you do. We're gonna respond the right way. Okay? Because we stand for integrity. We stand for exactly what the people want. Okay? We stand. Why don't you talk to members of the group of Paul Miller? How about you do that? And ask them how they feel. We got close to 30 members in the group, 25 members in the group. Why don't you go ahead and speak to all those members and see what they feel and see if they feel they're being cheated or lied to, or even ask them if they were poached into the group. Ask them
Better
who
yet.
asked who to join the group,
Yes,
ladies.
sir.
Okay?
Yep.
And I, again, challenge Andy to bring a live video on, a live Zoom meeting, where everybody comes in, Andy's group and Paul Miller's group. And God help Andy, because at that time, he'll be sorry he ever did that. Okay? Where they could question us. And then when they question us, have a nice day, Mr. Andy.
Yep, for sure. All right. I think we can call this a close and maybe do another one later on.
We'll do another video and then we'll start to tell you all about what the group is about. Like we said, we're not here to promote this group. We're just going to share with you a little bit about why we think we have the best thing going.
And we don't want to we don't want you to miss out if you're looking for something,
Right.
looking for a home to come to.
That's
We're here.
correct.
So blessings and good night.